G'day and welcome to another edition of Hef's Beer Reviews. Today we are doing episode 5 of the ranking of Australian macro lagers, and we'll be having a look at this beer here, Melbourne Bitter. I've got this 750ml long neck, 4.6% ABV, 2.7 standard drinks. Melbourne Bitter, another beer from Carlton United, one that seems to polarise. Some people love it, it's got a bit of a cult following. Other people think that it is just absolute rubbish. We'll have a look and see where we think it sits. And we're using the Spiegelau lager glass today. Alrighty. Quick reminder of the current rankings. Number 1, Reschs Pilsener. Number 2, Carlton Draught. Number 3, Toohey's New. And number 4 is VB. Alright, in the glass, it is a clear golden colour. We've got 2 and a bit fingers of white head aroma. Typical Australian macro lager smell, especially from Carlton and United. There's the sweet malt accompanied, of course, by the wet cardboard smell that we associate with Pride of Ringwood hops. Yeah, let's see how it tastes then. Cheers. Okay, light to medium body. There's a slight drying in the finish. Moderate to medium amount of carbonation. The flavour itself, again, it's typical of CUB's macro lagers. There's some sweet malt accompanied by the Pride of Ringwood hops there, which provide really, it's a little bit of that wet cardboard aroma and taste. Sessionable, yeah, of course it is at 4.6%, although you'd have to be willing to take the accompanying hangover, which you're always going to get with a macro lager, I think, at least. Bitterness is very, very minimal. Is it as good as Reschs Pilsener? No. Carlton Draught? No. Toohey's New? No. Is it terrible? Nah, it's not terrible. Is it better or worse or same as VB? To me, it's got the same. It's that both of them, they're not quite as clean as the other ones, especially the other CUB beers. I find Carlton Draught, for example, it just has a cleaner taste than VB and the Melbourne Bitter that I'm trying today. The price point is a real letdown on the Melbourne Bitter too. I mean, I think it was about $8 or something for the long neck, but for a case, you're paying between $50 and $60. And for a 4.6% beer, it's not really good enough, especially considering you can get a 30 block of VB for around the same price. Carlton Draught is cheaper and better, similar ABV, I think, from memory. So a score and a ranking for Melbourne. Better have another gulp. Look, I do want to try to distinguish and differentiate between each of the beers and the rankings. So I'm going to put it slightly behind VB. VB I gave a 3 out of 5. So I'm going to give Melbourne Bitter a 2.5, a 2.5 out of 5. 5, which puts it in 5th position in my ranking of Australian macro lagers. So Reschs Pilsener holds on to number 1 spot, Carlton Draught number 2, Toohey's New in 3rd, VB in 4th, Melbourne Bitter now sitting in 5th position. Future episodes, I've got a Crown Lager in the fridge, and I've also got a Great Northern in the fridge that we'll throw into the mix as well. And we'll continue on, see what else we can find and include in this ranking of Australian macro lagers. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time on Hef's Beer Review.